Hello everyone, so let's now proceed to the absolute value. Okay, so this is the last section for lesson 1.2. So let's define an absolute value. So the absolute value of a number a is the distance from 0 to a on the number line. So 0, this is the origin, right? This is the origin to a on the number line. So the absolute value is only concerned about the magnitude. So it does not care about the direction. So when you say magnitude, it is always positive, right? So let's say, for example, we have a point. Our point A here is 4. Say this is 8. So the distance from the origin from 0 to 4 is 4, right? So that is the absolute value of A. So the absolute value of A is equal to 4. Okay, so another example, what if A was here, say negative 5. Negative 5, di kayo maklaro, no? So negative 5. So what is the distance from the origin to negative 5? So negative 5, so we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's still 5. So it does not care about the sign. So all it cares about is the magnitude, which is 5. So it's the distance from 0 to 5. Okay. So the absolute value of A here is 5. Okay. So that's the intuitive understanding of that. So let's go to a more formal definition. So the definition, the absolute value of a real number A, denoted by the symbol right here, is defined by this absolute value of A is equal to A if A is greater than or equal to 0. So if A is positive or equal to 0. And the absolute value of A is equal to negative A if A is lesser than 0 or if A is negative. Okay, so to demonstrate this, let us do some examples. Okay, so the absolute value of 8. Okay, so the absolute value of 8, since 8 is a positive number, so if we using this definition right here, so 8 is greater than or equal to 0, so therefore the absolute value is 8. Okay, so now let's proceed to B. So the absolute value of 0, so still it falls under this definition here. So A is greater than or equal to 0, so A is equal to 0. Therefore, the absolute value of 0 is 0. Then let's go to negative 15, absolute value of negative 15. So it falls to this definition right here. So if A is lesser than 0, so the absolute value of A is negative A. So negative 15. So what we have here is positive 15. Okay, so that's how you apply that definition. Okay, so now let's proceed to another definition. So if P and Q are 2 points on a real number line with coordinates A and B respectively, so the coordinate of P is A and coordinate of Q is B. The coordinate of Q is B. The distance between P and Q denoted by distance P and Q is, so this is just notation for finding the distance. So the distance is B, absolute value of B minus A. Okay? And since B minus A is equal to A minus B, it follows that the distance of P to Q is equal to the distance of Q to P. Okay, so let's demonstrate that here. Okay, so let's say that we have 2 points right here. Let's say this is our P, so negative 3, and our Q is 5. So if we use this definition right here, the distance of P to Q is equal to B. So what's the B here? It's 5, right? Because B is the coordinate of Q. So 5, the absolute value of 5 minus negative 3. So that is equal to 8, right? Okay, so 8. Okay, so that is the distance from B to Q. And if we take a look at this, since B minus A is equal to A minus B, so let's check it out. So B minus A is equal to 8, right? So what about A minus B? So A is negative 3, right? Minus, oh wait, so negative 3 minus 5, right? Okay, so we have the absolute value of negative 8. And from the definition above, in the first definition, we see that this is equal to, since this is, the value inside here is negative, so we have negative of negative 8, so we have 8, so they're the same thing. So it just means that the distance of, we just demonstrated that the distance of P to Q is equal to the distance of Q to P. Okay, that's it. So let's do some distance examples here. So let P, Q, and R be points on a real number line with coordinates negative 5, 7, and negative 3 respectively. So find the distance between P and Q and between Q and R. Okay, let's graph this. Graph this now. So P is negative 5. So P is negative 5, and then 7 is, Q is 7. Q is 7. What? Q is 7, and then R is negative 3. Negative R, okay? Negative 3. So it says here, find, for A, find the distance between P and Q. So distance between P and Q, we have 7 minus negative 5. So that would be 7 plus 5, right? Absolute value of 7 plus 5. That will be equal to 12. Okay? So let's go to B. Distance from Q to R. You can see here, Q to R. Okay? So negative 3 minus, oh, is that right? Minus 7, right? Okay. So we have here the value of negative 10. So that would be negative of negative 10. So we have 10. Okay. So that's it for this video. So I hope you understood the concept of absolute value. Thank you.